Back to another Facebook Live. Glad you could join us today. It's Friday afternoon, and once again, I'm joined with Dr. Botros. I'm Dr. Alan Van Scoyk, chiropractor here at Chiropractic Company. And as you can tell, I am not used to wearing mics, as I just smacked it when I was saying that. So today, once again, we're excited. We've got another little demonstration for you here. And our topic today is, are your feet causing you to have back pain? I know in my practice, and I know on yours, we see issues with feet all the time.
Absolutely. The thing that blows a lot of people's minds is your right foot has about 26 bones. So can you guess how many bones your left foot has? It also has 26 bones.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. Not a trick question. But what that means is a quarter of all the bones in your body are actually found in your 2 feet. And so when we put a lot of pressure on there, whether we roll our ankles or we're just standing poorly or putting more weight on one leg versus the other, it can actually affect the feet joints and the bones, and that can translate its way up to the knees, hips, and even the low back.
It's a really important concept that we try to impart in a lot of our patients. A lot of people don't realize how many feet we actually adjust on a daily basis. It's constant here in the office. When we look at the foot, just like Dr. Botros said, your foot is made up of a variety of different things. Your foot, once again, is set up to act as a stable structure. It's the foundation. Your ankle is more of a mobile structure, but the foot itself is stable. Knee is more structured, more stable, and then your hip is more mobile. So we have this offset of mobile, stable, mobile, stable. Your foot is made up of 3 different arches. Everyone knows that you have this medial arch, this large arch in the middle of your foot, but you also have an outside arch, a lateral arch, and you also have an anterior transverse arch, one that goes across the top. When any of these arches fail, eventually all 3 will end up failing. We all know what happens when you have that medial arch fail. Your foot flattens in, and it causes all sorts of issues to not only the foot itself, but to the ankle, and therefore from your foundation on. So when we work with patients, it's real important for us to evaluate these arches and make sure that they're stable. Now, there's a lot of different ways that we can evaluate these arches. One of them obviously is by checking them through our hands and seeing if there's flattening. We can measure the flattening with just non-weight bearing or with weight bearing. We have a fantastic machine up at the front of our office which scans your feet and can tell us exactly how far things are off. But there's other things that you can do at home to check out to see if your feet are dysfunctional as well. Dr. Botros, tell us a little bit about that.
So one of the best things you can do at home to check if your feet are possibly dysfunctional is to look at your favorite pair of shoes. Now, ideally, you'd want to take a pair of shoe that you've worn for quite some time, because it's going to reveal a lot about your natural wear and tear on the shoes and possibly some imbalances in your feet that can later cause problems in the low back and in the spine. So I have a nice pair of shoes here that are given to us, for example. And what the first thing we're going to look at here is the back of the heels. Now, what you'll probably notice here is that there's a little bit of wear on the outer part of the heel, but it may appear that this one's a bit more worn out than this one. Now, little wear on the outer part of the heel is natural, but when we see that this one's worn out more than this one, that tells us, hey, maybe there's something going on with that left foot. Now, interestingly enough, when you look at the bottom here as well, you're going to see there's also different wear patterns. So right at the balls of the feet there, you see how there are natural strides in these pairs of shoes, but there it's completely worn out. Again, that's within a normal range, but we're seeing that that big toe print here is a lot bigger than that one. And guess what? That's that left foot too. So that's telling us there's, some things going on in the feet. There's more like wear on the outer part of the heel here. There's more pressure on that big toe. And if we compare these 2 sizes, there's more pressure on the balls of the feet here on the left foot. So this would lead me to suspect, hey, this person, let's check out your feet and pay extra close attention to that left foot and see what's going on there.
So if I'm someone at home and I take a look at my shoes and I say, oh man, I've got this wear pattern, it's not even, it's not equal, I'm obviously putting more stress on my left side versus that out.
So there are different stretches that you can do that can help retrain and strengthen some of the tendons around the feet that help with the integrity. So one of the ones that we like to prescribe to our patients is you can have a towel on the floor and you're going to take your foot on that towel. So let's say this is the towel and you take your foot here and you start scrunching your toes to kind of gather and scrunch that towel up. And that's going to train that gripping pattern of the feet, which are really important when we walk, that our feet have a strong grip. Another thing we can do is actually involves pencils. So
one of my favorite things that I have patients do is put a pencil on the ground and use their toes to pick it up. Once again, what that does is it engages that entire anterior portion, that bottom portion, the plantar surface, and pulls it up, once again strengthening that arch. We're looking to not only hit all the middle arch, the lateral arch, but this also helps enhance that portion of the anterior transverse arch, pulling it up into place. Really goes a long way. Like I said, our foot is designed to be stable. We want it to be strong. And when we work on those muscles, it really goes a long way with helping create stability. When we stretch it out too much or do too much strain to it, then it gets loose and therefore it can fall apart a lot faster. We need to keep that foot strong.
Absolutely. Now, if you're doing these stretches and exercises and you still find that there's pain there, or there's discomfort, or this is a problem that's been going on for a long time, we highly suggest you come in, get it assessed by a chiropractor at Chiropractic Company or by us at Chiropractic Company in Glendale, and we can do a foot scan, we can assess it, we can take a look at your shoes and see what's going on there.
Finding out exactly what's going on is the first step to trying to figure out what the right process is to get it better. And if there's things that we can find that we can work on here, great, you're in the right place. But if there's certain things that need other attention, we'll point you in the direction for that as well. So if we wanted to have our friends come in and they had issues, where could they find us?
You can Google Chiropractic Company, and then on the website you can find different locations. If you want to work with us, go to the Glendale location and you'll be able to make an appointment there with us. Or you can go to chiropracticco.com.
That's right. And so once again, we also have a bit of a special right now. If you do get on our website, you can click on it. It's $59. Covers the exam. It's a fantastic opportunity for you to figure out if this is really right for you or not. So once again, I hope that we can get you in if you have these issues. If not, once again, at home, do those strengthening exercises. It'll really pay off for you in the long run. All right? Well, that's about it for us for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again next week.
Take care.